A little bit if they feel like it's the police or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not for real, because girls bring men up in there all the time, even just for a date.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Now, up and down here, do you think the cops care that much about solicitation, prostitution, or?
No.
Not really?
No. Like, they'll even pull up and be like, I talked to one of the girls and they said, look out for this, silver Nissan SUV with a, mid to late 30-year-old Hispanic guy, kind of cocky, says he's a police officer, and then he takes you and rapes you. Tries to anyway.
Okay.
I got away.
Oh, he tried to do that with you?
Absolutely.
You got away?
I did.
How'd you do that?
Well, I was uncomfortable on our way there. He picked me up down on Lumley on Springwells, just before Lumley, where that Citgo gas station is.
Yeah.
And he pulled up in the gas station, and I was sitting there, and I had money, and I just spent like $20 on lottery tickets, and I had some crack. And I just sat down right at the stump of the gas station right out of Michigan. I smoked me a rock, and I'm scratching my lottery tickets, and he pulls up, and he's sitting there just staring at me, and he's flashing his lights and got his arm out. Come here, come here. I'm like, I'm good, I'm straight, I'm not working. And so finally I get up to walk away, because now I feel uncomfortable trying to smoke my crack with somebody staring at me. Not that I'm right out of Michigan, but with somebody sitting there staring at me. So I got up to walk away, and he pulled up on Springwells right behind me, and he's like, come on, let's go. And I'm like, no, I'm good, I'm not working. And he goes, oh, come on, I give you whatever you want. And I'm like, I said, well, where are we gonna do it? And he goes, oh, we park around here somewhere. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it outside. And he goes, we go to my house. I said, I don't go to people's houses. He goes, well, you want to go to the room? And I said, yeah, I'll do it if we can go to the room. And he goes, okay, let's go. I said, well, how much you got to spend? He goes, how much you want? I told him $80. And I said $80, and I'm not staying more than 45 minutes. And so he said, okay. So we were pulling up there, and he went down John Cronk, and it was like 4 in the morning.
There's not much going on there.
Yeah, so we're going, and he's talking, he's asking weird questions, and he had this cup with strong alcohol in it, and I don't drink at all. And he's trying to get me to drink it and take a sip and blah, blah, blah. And so I took a tiny sip, like I barely tasted it. It was just too much, and I think there was something in it. But, so anyways, we're on our way there, and he goes up, and he turns down Hubbard, and he starts to pull into the driveway of this abandoned house. No, it wasn't like abandoned, broke down. It was like abandoned, nobody lived there, but it was livable. And I just felt uncomfortable. And then I used to carry a backpack, because I like to have everything I need. See why I have like 2 purses? Yeah. I keep hygiene stuff, extra outfit, makeup, everything I need. So, okay. But then I carried a backpack, and so I had my backpack, and then I had something else, and then I had my phone, and I had it plugged in. And I remember he turned into this driveway, and he was getting real close to the house. And I was big then. I had just got out of prison. When I went to prison, I gained 180 pounds, like, no joke.
Really?
I went in 182, and I got out, and I weighed 364. I literally doubled my weight. Yes.
What do you just buffet every night?
Yeah, I was. I stayed at the microwave. But anyhow, so I was bigger. So I went to open the door, and he grabbed me up, and he was like, "Don't run from me, I'm a police officer." And I got out, and I had on these flip-flops, and I squeezed my big ass out, remembered to grab my phone, got my backpack, and ran myself right out of my flip-flops. And he was chasing after me. I'm running on rocks and everything. And, it's 4 o'clock in the morning down a dark street. It was like Toledo and Hubbard. And so I run up to these houses, and I'm knocking on the door like, help me, this guy's trying to rape me. And nobody answered. And the one house, I could hear people in it, the lights were on. They turned off all the lights and was like, shh, on the inside. I could hear them. And I was like, oh my God, please just help me. Nobody answered the door. And he's still coming after me. And so I ran to this apartment building, and I just knew it was gonna be locked. So I opened the door and got in. I'm like, yes. Well, there was doors inside of the doors, and those ones was locked. But at least I was in the first doors. I just squatted down and sat there for a few minutes, and I called 911 just because I was so far out of my element. I didn't have any shoes on. Not that it's that far, but you know what I'm saying? I walk Michigan Avenue, not Verner. And I was scared. I didn't know if he was driving around there or something. It's 4 o'clock in the morning, and it's dark over there. My phone's at like 4%. I'm like, what the hell? But yeah, I ended up getting away. The police never came. So I called them. They said they'll send a car to that area. And I waited like an hour, and I called them back, and they're like, well, what is it exactly that you want us to do? Really? And I was just like, are you serious? I want you to protect and serve. What do you mean? Like,
yeah.
So, yeah, they don't do nothing.
They really don't. Did you know the guy that went tits up in Rebecca's car?
No.
I guess I'm assuming that just kind of like died out.
Yeah.
The guy OD'd, right? Does that happen a lot down around here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, people OD a lot. Especially, like, well, these girls want to give people heroin and get them fucked up so they can rob them. That's not cool, you know?
Yeah.
And, I don't know. I heard that it was purposely done so that he could be robbed, but, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to speak on something that I'm not sure of, because I don't know. So you're talking about the Becky Rebecca?
Yeah.
Like the skinny one with the rotten teeth?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were talking about the other Rebecca, because there's two of them.
Oh, gotcha. So you know the skinny one?
Yeah, I know them all.
Oh, you do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you know Lori?
Yeah.
Older lady?
Yeah.
What's the deal with her?
I don't know. I don't even think she knows the deal with her.
You think that's related to drug use?
Absolutely.
A couple people, a nurse said that she thinks it's Huntington disease, which is a disease that affects ladies at that age. You think it's drugs?
I don't even know what Huntington's disease is, but yeah, it's absolutely drugs.
Okay. Now,
Well, I don't know, because I just think she's just out of her mind even if she wasn't on drugs.
She is?
Yeah, she's a whack job.
Really is.
Yeah.
Now, does she actually get business?
You know what? I seen her in a car earlier and I was so upset because I've been out here now for like 3.5 hours and haven't got picked up. And, well, not that people haven't tried. A lot of black guys pull over because they got a big ass and stuff. But I don't like to get in the car with black men because, you know, it's a stereotypical thing. A lot of times when I do, it's something bad. They don't want to pay, or they want to take their money back because they take forever to come, or they're drinking, or they're sniffing coke, and, you know, they just want to get violent, or they want to rape you, and I'm not into all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like black men. I have black children. However, as far as tricking with them, trick no good.
No way.
I mean, some of them I do.
Yeah.
But
Did you ever work on West Jefferson?
no.
Just always around Michigan Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
When would you say you get the majority of your business on a busy day?
Early morning, between 4:30 a.m. and 7 a.m.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And that's been that way for a long time?
Yes.
What's the deal on that? These guys sneaking out, going to work, what?
Yeah, people on their way to work just want to start their day off right, I guess.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes it'll get busy, like when people are on their way home from work. And now, some girls like the weekends, but I don't like the weekends. I ain't trying to mess with nobody drinking and drugging. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
I mean, it might sound hypocritical because, you know, I'm an addict and I get high, but
Yeah.
I can't mess with nobody getting high. Like, that's just toxic.
You got any questions for me?
I don't, actually.
All right. Well, thank you for the interview.
Yes.
Good talking to you.
Good talking to you.